Coming this Friday at 6 a.m. EST on Market Watch, you'll get the chance to pick up one of the Jabril and Tier Elements Field Center sets. These are going to be separate field centers. This one is actually in the Electrolos blue finish, and it's actually really, really nice. Like, the Electrolos finished pieces are some of my favorites out here. So I will leave a link down below for these, and you can score these on Friday morning. Let's pass it on over to Market Watch, shall we? I'll make 30% if you guys have not smashed the lovely crap out of that subscribe button. Smash this and climb up the 100K ladder here. What's good 5 on tier 0 here now? Before we get into this, a lot of this stuff is out of stock. You're like, oh my god. A lot of it's restocking later on today. So the point of this video is to pay attention, see where price structuring is going here so that you can pay attention to the best stuff here. And of course, honestly, like I said, what's good 5 on checkout here will save you some of the best deals out here. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily, when they restock, you can use code MCOL40 when they set up everything over there. Ultimate Slayer sold out at $360. Of course, with what's good 5, it gets cheaper. Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer is actually now cheaper on TCG Player. And then Exosister Martha sold out at $300. Understandable. Now, this is where you're going to get really some of the best deals out here, man. $276 minus 5%. You're literally footing about, what, like $260 free ship to your front door? Like, you literally cannot ask for a better opportunity. When you can pick up if you have all the ingredients to play this deck, and you can get a tier 1 deck core handed to you for under $300, all the comment section yesterday was like, oh my god, I'm going to have to spend $500. Wrong! Alright, I've always wanted to say that to half of you that are like, no, it's going to be $500. No, right here. Cut in half. Alright? You want to talk about cut in half over here? Trail Elements, $216. $500 my ass. Alright? Yu-Gi-Oh! Players out here and the absurdities and things that they say out here. Ah, that feels so good. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Keep an eye on these this afternoon into the morning here, and you will get the chance to pick these up. And like I said, what's good 5, so you can get those very cheap opportunities here. Awesome Starlights were $240, and we also have the Kooky Karas here at $180s. Boxes actually pretty darn cheap too. Ultimate Slayers are coming in at $54. Now, that's actually relatively amazing. I didn't actually think that we would see that core being that cheap, but alright, if you really just want to kind of pick up the individual stuff, I mean, they had Sprite Blues at 54s, be patient on these, and then the Primeval Planets were $42, so there's that. Hey, you can pick up a Hero Core for $36, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh's expensive, am I right? Then we also had Goatee deck cores out here at $26.40, huh. That is so hilarious. Exosister Marthas were actually 24s. That's actually not bad. So, really, I'm just like perplexed by the amazing good deals out here. Sprite starters were 18s, 17s on the Reno Hearts, and then Gigantic Sprite's still in stock at 15s. If you really want to, go down the path of, oh, I only need a couple of these things, you can choose to do so. The Kooky Kara is at $8. If this card is really going to be that, actually I think these will go a little bit lower, but that's actually pretty insane to me, man, that's the price point that you're floating around with this early on. Oof. Scare Claws were 7s, that's a little bit up there. Instant Contact at 6, I think they'll go at what? About $5, I would say. I mean, it's about what you're getting after discount code anyway. Let's see, your Thurion Irregulator, $4, sure. Favorite Contact, 3. Yeah, I really just cannot stress how good those particular bundles are for this early on, man. Like, this is really, really good. And like I said, if you're out here thinking, oh my god, like, you gotta spend all of this crazy money, like I said, when you can get a deck core handed to you for this cheap, I mean, this is going to be one of the cheapest formats that we've seen for power cards in such a long time. I know it doesn't like quite tickle the budget Yu-Gi-Oh players fancy, but man, oh man, is that good. Now, Power of the Elements on TCG Player actually has adjusted a little bit as well. This is where I said those Destroyer Phoenix Enforcers are about $200 right now. That's very, very nice. Very interesting. Ultimate Slayers are a little bit more over here. Like I said, you're going to have a better chance on Tier 0 for that. The Primeval Planets actually are $7 cheaper when they restock later this afternoon. And of course, Sprite Blues here at 76s. That's ridiculous. Martha's, like after discount code, you're still getting them cheaper over there. Sprite Elves, $18. Starters, 19s. Ah, man. Plus, you don't have to worry about getting your order canceled on Tier 0. That's like the biggest thing I gotta emphasize here is when you look at like TCG Player versus like a more reputable store name, for example, you will see a lot of people just constantly complaining, oh my god, my order got canceled, you know? You're not going to get that with Tier 0, all right? Like, this is the biggest things out here. But for the most part, I am glad to see that the crazies out here finally got the chance to list and destroy those ridiculous day one prices. You know, if these stores actually understood that listing very, very early on to generate sales would be the best call that they could do, instead of putting these things at, 200% expected retail, maybe they would be better off, but I don't know what I'm talking about. The goal is to make sales, not hard flex your inventory. What a time to be alive. That is your early look at pre-sales wave 4, I would say at this point. We did see very early on the eBay side of things were very acceptable. We hit that day one TCG Player where everybody was like, oh my god, 300, 400% retail, like clown mask everywhere, go and buy my stuff. And then, all sorts of really weird things. And then, now that Tier 0 is stocked up, code what's good 5, and then of course Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily will be on the horizon here, probably about the same price. Like I said, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, when you can get this stuff this cheap handed to you, I don't know what the problem is. All right, like my comment section ringing yesterday, being like, "No, Robbie, they're going to be so much more than that." Hello. Let this be a wake-up call to the crazies that you see out here in the community. Magnificas. The announcement of the other Starlight did not help this situation. 12 of these listings are what's left. Danger. I hope you picked up your Exosister stuff. Mikhail's still floating at $80. Pax is still floating at 60s. 47s for the Sophias on up to 50s. Martha's once again on that pre-sale grind at 23s. Regular Pax is 19 to $20. Sophia's actually hitting up to about 18. Yikes. Mikhail's about 15s. Those regular Magnificas are $8 to $9. Yeah, you love to really just see like the big tipping scales here in terms of your value. Swappy Froggies! You gotta have these beautiful things if you're planning on playing the better version of Splay. I'm glad to see that these have gone down a little bit. 310s, and then you got 320s on up to 330s listed on today's market. That's actually way more acceptable. Dual Overloads have finally tipped over to $7. Wow, that's disgusting, actually. I sold out at 5s. I don't feel bad about it, but man, oh man, that is interesting. Commons are worth more than the Ultras. And there's only 13 commons listed. We really do live in an era, ladies and gentlemen. If Swap Frog actually tips the scale and becomes a $10 card, I'm just going to be shocked. Ronin Totems, we know these things are like $30. Commons are a lot of money for Shining Darkness. And then the Structure Deck. I love the fact that Ronin Totems are half of the price of the Structure Deck right now. That is absolutely hilarious to me, man. Alright, like, I guess you love to see it at the end of the day, but alright. Totally awesomes. $40 for the Megatins. 42s. Lowest verified, well, I guess more than that. I'm in about $48, $50 at the moment. Oh wow, that's a little bit ridiculous, I suppose. Inov's about 46, and then Rare still floating about $24 to $25. A little bit more acceptable in that regard there. Dimension Shifters, woo-wee! Can't wait to Dimension Shifter this format straight out the window. $14 now on D-Shifters. I hope you picked these up relatively early on, because if you did not, your time is literally up. Like, it's not gonna Ugh. And then, of course, we have Mischief of the Yokais here. We looked at these yesterday. These are $19 at the moment. And the Ultras just got cratered off of the market. What? Literally just looked at these yesterday, and they went even more terminal. Well, I guess that's your market, ladies and gentlemen. So what do you guys think about today's market? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button. I guess I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.